Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and a very happy new year. Finally we are in 2022. I feel like I've been waiting for 2021 to be over with, so I'm happy we are in a fresh new year. Before I start the year off with fashion videos, vlogs and the rest of it, I thought I would do a video introducing 2022 and some of my healthy habits I plan for this year. Now, I was going to make a lot of effort for this video. I was going to have a fancy setup, I was going to do my hair, but to be honest, I'm still struggling to get my motivation back. So I thought, why not just have a casual chat with you on the sofa? So here I am. Hope that's fine. So I've got my little agenda and I've written down all my notes. So if I look down, that's why. So I'm just gonna go through my top 10 healthy habits. But before I get into the video, I just want to say, do not feel pressure to do, well, any of these, or do not feel pressure to have your life together just because it's the first week of January, just because everyone else is working out, writing down all their goals, etc, does not mean you have to do it. If you don't want to start your year off that way, then that is absolutely fine, and by no means am I telling you to do any of this. But one thing I do want to start doing this year is showing more of my healthy lifestyle motivation tips and stuff like that. Don't even know what to call it, but on Instagram I always get questions from you guys asking how I stay motivated and stuff like that. So I just want to give you more of an insight of how I plan and organize my life. And I mean, my life is not all together. But in case it is helpful, or just in case you want to be nosy, I'm going to go through some of my healthy habits I plan for 2022. So habit number 1, setting goals. Now, I am a big goal setter, and that's mainly because I need to have things written down. I do believe in manifesting things and writing things down and stuff like that. But that is not the only reason I do it. I do it because, one, my brain gets very foggy, and I feel like writing things down, especially my goals, helps me achieve them more. So what I do at the start of every year is write my goals for the whole year. I usually write them in the front of my agenda, so every day I look at them, and then that way it just makes me more motivated to achieve them, and it reminds me why I do the things I do. Because to me, my goals are so important, and they're not superficial goals, they're work goals, they're healthy goals, they're life goals. So by achieving them, I'll only be better in myself. So for me, that is a top priority for not only 2022, but for every single year, to be honest. As I mentioned, I like writing my goals down, and apparently it is proven if you write them down, they are more likely to happen. But of course, you can write them in your notes on your phone or on your laptop, whatever works best for you. And then of course you can also break them down into categories. So for example, work, lifestyle, relationships, health and stuff like that. But there are so many great books and so many great videos on the best way to manifest your goals and how to achieve your goals. So that is habit number 1. One thing I also do within this is a vision board, and I know a lot of people are going on about this at the moment, and so many people have done helpful videos on how they create a vision board. So I won't go into it too much, but I do create a vision board at the start of the year. So I actually have like a long-term vision board, so what I want to achieve in the next 5 years. I done that last year, so I didn't do anything with it this year. But then at the start of the year, I also have a vision board of what I want to achieve in that year. I do actually set it as my screensaver on my laptop and my phone, so every day I look at it and it just gives me that little bit extra motivation. If you follow me on Instagram, you will know, well, I was an early bird. I feel like the last month or so I have not been in my usual routine, but I know a lot of people struggle to get out of bed early in the morning, and it isn't easy, and it does take a while to get into a routine of waking up early. But trust me, once you get into the routine, it becomes a habit and it is so worth it. My favourite time of the day is the morning. I love when I'm awake first thing and I feel like the rest of the world is asleep. It's just like my peaceful hour or so. Now, I'm not telling you to wake up at 6 AM. Wake up whatever time is best for you, but I usually wake up at 6 AM and then I use like my first hour of the day to work out and plan my day, and for me personally it just sets me up for the day. I find I'm so much more productive and it just makes me feel good. So I'm just going to quickly go through some tips of what helps me get out of bed in the morning. So one, setting your alarm clock or your phone over the other side of the room, so when it goes off you have to get out of bed, and usually once you're out of bed it's easy to stay out of bed. 2, do something productive straight away. So for example, so make your bed as soon as you wake up, as apparently if you do something productive first thing in the morning, it helps you wake up and stay productive for the day. And trust me, it works. And number three, have a drink of water as soon as you wake up. Not only is this great for your skin, but it also wakes you up and is really good for you. Also, another thing that helps me is planning my day the day before. That way, when I wake up, I know what I'm doing for the day. I don't just lie there thinking, I have no clue what I'm doing today. I might as well just lay in bed. I have a clear plan, and usually when I've got a really busy, productive day, it does really help me get out of bed. Okay, get a healthy routine that works for you. So all the things I'm saying now, or all the things that I do, might not work for you. Obviously, I don't know your lifestyle, I don't know your day-to-day life, but just getting a happy, healthy routine that works for you will honestly change your day. So for example, I work out first thing in the morning, and that's purely because in the evening I am not motivated at all to work out, and I know if I leave my workout until the evening, it just doesn't work for me. But if you prefer working out in the evening, that is absolutely fine, and that's how you can schedule your day. And of course it does depend on your working hours and your job and stuff like that. And I have had comments in the past about how easy it is for me because I work from home and I work for myself. But one of the reasons I actually wake up so early and I have got in this routine is because I used to have an office job. So I'd wake up at 6 AM so I could work out, and I could also film a video for Instagram before I would head to work. And that's how I got into the routine of waking up early, because to be honest, I didn't really have a choice. I had an office job to go to, and obviously Instagram and social media was my passion. So I'd done all of that before I went to my office job. I would edit my video on the train. I would shoot my outfit on my lunch break. You just have to do what works for you. And if you are just copying someone else's routine because you think that's what's healthy and that's what you have to do, but you don't enjoy it, you will not stick to it. So find a routine that works for you. Find something you actually enjoy doing, and it will transform your day, I promise you. So I don't know if this is ambitious or under ambitious, but I'm planning to read a book a month. I love reading. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm a big bookworm, and trust me, I never used to be. It's only like the last year, 2 years have I actually got into reading, and for me it just really helps switch off my brain, which is hard. And obviously my job is everything to do with my phone, my laptop and stuff like that. So it really does help me switch off my brain. And as they say, knowledge is power. So I honestly don't think there is any harm in reading at all. There's definitely no negatives to reading. I personally love self-help books. They're kind of really the only books that I do read, as I personally love finishing a book and feeling like it's changed my view, or I'm motivated, or I've learned something from it. So reading for me is such a high priority. So I actually block out an hour of my day, which is usually at 8 PM, where I read, and that way it also helps me sleep better because I've kind of switched off on my phone. So whatever works for you, but I just highly recommend getting in the habit of reading. And I feel like this is predictable, but eating healthy. I say this every year. And when I say eat healthy, I don't mean live off a salad and cut out all your favourite things. I personally follow, well, I try to follow the 80-20 rule. Healthy 80% of the time, and then of course you've got that 20% to enjoy all the things that you love. Obviously it goes without saying, obviously healthy eating is great for you, helps you get in shape, blah blah blah, etc etc. But for me, I just do it not for the way I look, but honestly it just to help my brain and my mental health. I've noticed such a difference on my mental health when I eat healthy, and I have never been 100% healthy. I love a snack. I love my naughty foods too much to ever cut them out. But for example, Christmas, all I done is eat crap. I didn't work out. I was so sluggish and it gave me serious brain fog, and I felt disgusting. Not in the way I looked, well I did, but just in like my mental health and everything that comes along for it. So if you're not doing it for the way you look or to achieve a certain body, then just do it for your mental health, and trust me, you'll see such a difference. So yeah, healthy eating is one of my healthy habits for 2022, and of course I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to eat because half the time I ain't got a bloody clue. But of course health is such an important thing, so if I can be happy and healthy, that is one thing I want to try and achieve. Okay, the next one kind of follows on from healthy eating, and that is exercise. Again, I keep referring to Instagram, but that's purely because I share so much on there. But exercise is a big part of my life, and a bit like healthy eating, I didn't do it because of the way I looked. Don't get me wrong, I got to a point where I was so unhappy with the way I looked that the only way I was going to get out of that funk and mindset is if I did start working out. But also I suffered from such bad anxiety, and I was just getting myself in such an unhealthy habit that I started to work out, and the difference it made, honestly, it changed my whole mindset and the way I look at things, and it helps me stay motivated. And I honestly do believe exercise has helped me become the person I am now. I'm no fitness guru. I still get out of breath as I walk up the stairs. I don't go running for an hour. Even if it's literally half an hour of moving your body, that is absolutely fine. But when you're in a funk, or even if you suffer from anxiety, moving your body is so important. And that can be anything from walking around the house, dancing around the house, an hour cardio if that's what you want to do. Moving your body is key. Sorry, I keep moving my hands, don't really know what's going on here. So yeah, exercise is something I will continue to do this year. Self-care, and that can be anything from giving yourself a hair mask and a face mask like one evening, or reading your favourite book. But for me it just means really looking after myself and making myself a priority, which is something I don't really do. I'm always worried about the people I love, but then I never actually think about if I'm looking after myself. So I'm trying to give myself the advice I would give my friends and the people I love. So again, an hour a day set aside where you just have an hour to yourself if you can, where you purely just concentrate on some self-care. And that can be writing your gratitudes, just writing in a journal, having a long bath, anything that makes you feel good and happy, make that a priority. And obviously I know depending on your lifestyle, a lot of people feel like they haven't got time. So even if it's just half an hour, 20 minutes where you just write down a list of things you're grateful for, if you do that every day, you will become a happier, better person, I promise you. So self-care is definitely high up there. So basically, schedule a little date with yourself. Why the hell not? Okay, next one again kind of follows on from self-care, but this is a key priority for me this year, and that is to be kind to myself. And when someone else is being mean to us or horrible to us, it's so easy for us to say that's wrong. But when we talk down to ourselves and we're horrible to ourselves, we think that's okay. And honestly, see, this is something I'm still working on, and sometimes I still catch myself doing it and saying horrible things to myself. and I used to think it was fine because it was me, it wasn't someone else saying this to me, but it's still damaging, and I do believe you start to think the things you say. So be kind to yourself, don't talk down to yourself, and do not compare yourself to others. I'm currently reading a book at the moment, let me quickly get it. So it's called Just Fucking Do It. And it does actually talk a bit about this in this book, and I think it's great. So as you can see, it gives you like little challenges at the end of each chapter. So I've highlighted them because I'm going to go back and do those. So yeah, if you can be nice to yourself this year, please do. And if you do really struggle, start by writing 3 things you love about yourself, and it can be as superficial or unsuperficial as you like. And every time you're mean to yourself, call yourself out. Okay, and then the last one is to save money. And again, pretty predictable. I feel like most people have this on their list every year. And of course, a lot of people have this goal on their list for many different reasons. For example, so they can treat themselves to a nice holiday or buy their nicest bag, or maybe you're saving for a house. But for me, financial freedom is one of the best feelings in the world. I've had so many points in my life where I've literally lived paycheck to paycheck, or I've struggled with money, or I've had to get credit cards, etc, etc. And the damage it does to your mental health is honestly just not worth it. So of course it's great to have a lot of money in the bank so you can buy all the things you want to buy, but for me personally, it's just financial freedom that makes me feel safe and secure. I love the feeling that I can look after myself, and you just never know what happens. In case of emergencies, you have got a backup. And plus, we love to be independent women, and we will all want to get rich, so saving money is key. Okay, so I've actually kind of lost track. I hope that was 10 healthy habits. But I will soon find out when I edit this video. As I said, you don't have to copy these. I'm not telling you to go and do every single one of these. It's just my personal opinion and some of the healthy habits I have written down for this year. And of course, I know some of them are obvious, and I know some of them are pretty easy, but there is no right and wrong. As long as your healthy habits work for you, it doesn't matter if they work for anyone else. But I just wanted to share some of mine. And of course, I do have a few more, but I thought 10 was a healthy, happy number. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. And I'm just really excited to grow with you guys this year and to have you along on the journey. I've got so much planned, and I promise I'm going to make up for the lack of good content last year. So thank you so much for sticking with me, and thank you so much for your support in 2021. And I do really hope this year brings health, happiness and success for every single one of you. And just a huge thank you for watching. As always, I'm going to put a lot more effort into my YouTube channel this year. There will be a lot of vlogs, a lot of fashion videos, hopefully a lot of home videos and decorating and fun things like that, and hopefully lots of trips. So please stick around. Hopefully it'll be a fun ride, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more happier than 2021. But I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a beautiful week.